What's better than a day at the zoo on the other side of the bars? It can be pretty dangerous work, as my next guest learned firsthand. I'm talking about Morgan Spurlock. Tomorrow night's Morgan Spurlock Inside Man. Take a look.
I'll let you operate the door if you'd like.
And there he is.
Oh.
Whoa. He's pursing his lips. He's unhappy.
That is called a threat face.
Okay.
They stand very rigid and very tall, and then purse their lips and really very tight.
Right.
And then, just because.
Okay.
And when you give them things, you want to make sure that your fingers don't cross.
Yeah.
And they can just take it from you.
About a banana. And then there's that.
Ooh, no cuddling, no smooching?
No, they're not very smoochy.
No?
Yeah.
Hold on,
I'm going to make my threat face.
Inside Man Morgan Spurlock. We saw a lot of Inside Morgan Spurlock last week, so no more of that, okay?
No more of that.
You brought some friends with you because you are taking a look at zoos, right?
That's right. And one of the questions that we ask is, you know, we have all these zoos in the United States, and we constantly hear about animal conservationism, and should we be having a society where we continue to reinforce this idea of captivity in America? Is that something that should be happening? And that's what we explore in this episode.
Okay, so you brought some friends with you.
I brought Nature Nick.
Nature Nick looks like me before makeup.
That's right.
Okay, so tell me about Nature Nick.
Well, Nature Nick brought a little owl monkey tonight who's here with us.
Oh, Nature Nick. He's Nature Nick.
Nature Nick.
Who's this? What's his name?
That's Boo. Yeah, Boo, the owl monkey.
Oh.
So, there we go. He's enjoying that marshmallow. You can give him yours. There we go.
I'll wait till he finishes.
Yeah, there we go.
Will he bite me?
He's got a lot
He's
going
the
on.
only one I can't pet,
He's a
right?
good monkey. You'll like him. No, he's very good. Yeah, most monkeys are not good like him.
Where's he from?
These guys come from Central and South America. Brazil is where you find these guys. There you go. See, I said he's nice.
And how old is he?
He's about 5 years old. He could live to be 20 years old. So a very long time.
And did he grow up in, was he born in captivity?
He was born in captivity. He grew up doing that.
Someone like him, is he happy in captivity?
These guys are very happy. If an animal is raised and trained properly, it can be very happy, as you found. Yes,
That's right.
doing it. They can be very happy.
Are
and
there certain
adjusted.
animals, though, that should not be in captivity? We do a lot of things on sharks and all the kinds of things. Oh, there we go.
well, now as time goes on, we're finding that there's ethical dilemmas keeping larger animals. We're finding with whales now and elephants. Exactly.
Yeah.
So there's definitely more studies that we need to do, and we need to be cognizant of the fact that we need to give them a more natural life and behavior. There we go.
I should say whales.
Look at
that. No, one of the amazing things that we talked about, because we shot at the Detroit Zoo, an incredible group of people there that have a really, I mean, they have a beautiful zoo and some phenomenal animals. But one of the things that happened there was they had Winky and Wanda, two elephants that were living in the cold of Detroit throughout the winters, and they basically made the decision that they shouldn't keep these elephants at their zoo anymore, and they made the decision to send them out to a sanctuary in California, and this is one of the conversations that continues to happen in zoos.
Oh my gosh, he is so cute. Would you say it's Boo?
Abu.
Abu.
Yeah, like in Aladdin. There we go. A lot of Disney going on with my animals.
Boo.
There we go.
All right, who else do we have?
Oh, we have quite a few other animals. Let me see if I... Oh, he really likes Morgan. Here we go.
It's Morgan's the same color. Did he leave us a little present?
He did. There we go.
That's a little pocket,
That's a parting gift.
Right
there we go.
Looks like doggy treats to me.
All
right, who next?
There we go.
This one comes from my hometown. Oh, my God.
Reptile.
Put him on the desk. Can you let him out on the desk?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let me just... If he'll come on out, make sure I know where the head is facing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's going to be. Oh, my goodness. So, am I going to have fingers? Can I touch him?
Yeah, you can touch him.
What's his name?
This is Boots, because he won't be Boots anytime soon.
Oh,
so we got that name.
Wow, that is strong. Now you see why the tails are so strong.
Yeah.
So does this help with conservation? Because I know people like to hunt these, and when you go to Louisiana, you see like these heads in all the shops and everything. Does it help?
Yeah, yeah, those heads don't help. But what I do, I really try to show that these guys are really. Oh, he's really stretching out.
He's really strong.
He's happy to be here. But
what did you learn about these?
Well, the amazing things about like alligators like this is one of the animals that a lot of people take home as pets. And so a lot of folks will get them when they're babies. They're like 6 inches long, right? So they'll be about this big, and people will take them home thinking, oh, look how cute it is. And then every year they grow another foot. And so the next thing you know, in the second year, they're 18 inches long. The next thing you know, they're 2 feet long. And then suddenly you have a 4-foot long alligator in your apartment. And there have been stories in New York City where people have 6-foot alligators in their bathtub, people with tigers in their bathtub. I mean, it's a scary proposition when suddenly you have something like this that grows into a full-grown alligator in your house. And sometimes they get dumped into the sewers back in the day. Now what happens is zoos come in and rescue them from places, from people who shouldn't be having these in their homes to begin with.
He's beautiful. Don't
He's
you
beautiful.
think that?
Yeah, but this is one of those things, like, nobody should, like, really be raising one of these